welcome to my channel. My name is Meredith, but you can call me Mary. I am coming to you from my craft corner. I don't even know what you call this room. I just wanted to make sure that I showed my face on here so you guys could get to know me, because I always like it when I can see real people. So I will try to include my face a little more often. But I'll show you my room real quick, and then I want to get started on the WIP and chat. So if you're not familiar with the WIP and chat just means work in progress, WIP and chat. So I'm gonna sit here and tell you guys all about me, and you can whip out whatever WIP you've got. If it's cross stitch, crochet, you gotta clean the house, you gotta walk the dog, live your life, I'm here to keep you company. So like I said, I'm coming from my little crafty corner. I guess it's a corner, sort of. So we just purchased this house and I have this room. Oh, let me introduce you to a family member. That's Pumpkin. Can we see him? Can we we can sort of see him. So Pumpkin is sleeping on his paper bag. So we had an Amazon Fresh delivery the other day, and Pumpkin has decided that that bag is his. So no worries, Spice's bag is downstairs and Pumpkin's here in the craft room. So we call this space my craft room sometimes. We also call it my office. So I work from home most days, and now we're gonna start going to the office. I'll get into that. But I work from home, so this is also my work from home office, which is, we're a mess right now. I'm gonna show you real life, okay? I love pretty aesthetics, I do, but this is real life, and you know, life happens. So that's my desk for work. And then behind me is actually like a makeup table, because I love to do makeup. It's another one of my hobbies. Then we have like that little crafting thingy there, and you know, Pumpkin. Now there's a door behind me, and that door looks very squatty and small, and that's because it is. Like, our ceilings are not low, I promise. They're no height, but that door is very low. We call it the Hobbit room. It's basically just an attic space. So I just kind of have my little crafty corner. And then of course, I'm gonna show you my actual workspace, which is, again, it's a disaster. Like, I never said that it was tidy. Diamond painting isn't tidy. It is when you finish it though. So I hope you'll stick around. We're gonna get to the WIP and chat here in just a second. And yeah, I'm glad to have you here. Welcome. Bye. But not really bye. You'll see me in like 2 seconds. But not me, my hands. Okay, bye. Okay, so I told you that I would share with you my workspace too. So here it is in all its glory. I am working on this project here, but then I also have another one. So this is like a 6-foot long table. So I use half of the space for one WIP, and then the other half of the space for the other WIP. So, you know, we got a lot going on. And then I also have a TV up here, and all those magazines right there, those are all cross-stitch magazines. We are obsessed. So a lot of times will have that TV going where I watch all of your YouTube videos. So I watch people do WIP and chats all the time. So, and I love them. But yeah, so I have this project is like I have a light pad here, but this project is a super confetti nightmare. So I've been working on that a lot. But I want to work on this kit right now because I'm doing an event, and we'll get into all that. But that's my space. Welcome to my space. And this little shelf is where you guys live during the WIP and chat. So, hi, long time no see. Well, I guess you can't really see me. You can see my hands. Welcome back, but not really. I guess I'm welcoming myself back because I've already talked to you. I just bumped you guys, my bad. But where are we going here? Okay, I'm gonna start here. Let me show you what I'm working on. So this is the kit that I am working on. It is the Hogwarts Crest Fine Oddities in black. And I guess I should probably put the start date on here, which was, I guess, technically yesterday. I put like 4 drills down yesterday. It was insane. Yeah, Things that you're going to see in this WIP and Chat. I'm working with a Bella Art Day Nicole tray. This is in the color Galaxy Purple. She does tray drops every week, and it's always different colors, so you kind of never know what they're going to put out. And I'll link them below. You will also see my brand new, oh, it's so beautiful, Elizabeth Ward storage containers. Yeah, I'm officially addicted to these. They're just so aesthetically beautiful. I can't get over it. Like, I could stare at them all day. It's ridiculous. Actually, it's so funny about like kitting up. Sometimes like it's either people love it or they hate it. I love kitting up. Like, it's my favorite process ever. I think it's so fun. So you'll see my tray, you'll see my drills. I also have this little guy. He says, really useful box. And he is a very useful box. I don't know why I gendered it, but you know, it's whatever. It's a useful box, okay? And I actually use this for my trash drills. So anytime I have like a weird drill that doesn't look right or has a hole in it, or, you know, it's like convex or concave, or has like, I don't know, little tabbies on the side or tails, I throw them in here. And then at the end, I can see how much trash I had in the whole kit. Now, as you can see, all I've started placing right now are blacks, these 310s on the top left corner. And I have had no trash except like, I don't know if you can even see what's in there. So it's like 2 little tiny specks of like black plastic. Anyway, pens. So I wasn't into all the fancy resin pens that everybody does, the hand turning and all that stuff, but I'm starting to like feel like I need to get one soon. But right now, here's what I am working with. So I have this resin pen, and actually I really love it. It's beautiful. This one's a little heavy, and I don't like heavy pens. That's my thing. So I'm weird about it, but this one, it's a little heavy, but it's pretty, so I use it. This one is from Diamond Art Club. I purchased it on their website. And then I also purchased the Forever Tip, the stainless steel one from their website. Now, as far as like placers, I really like thin placers. I don't like the thick ones, and I don't like the metal ones. I've tried to use metal ones and I can't get used to it, so plastic it is. So there's this pen, and then this one, I really love like opal, like pearlescent things. So this one is, I have my 4 placer on here. On this one, I have a 7 placer. So I have my 4 placer and my 7 placer, and I kind of alternate between them depending, but like if I'm doing a lot more color blocking, I'm going to use the 7. There's a ton of color blocking of the black in this kit, so I might venture out and try a bigger multi-placer, but I don't know, you know, you just got to do it when you're ready, and I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I feel like I'm just now getting okay at the 7 placer. So I'm like, let's not rush it. We got to walk before we run. Another thing I use always is my Diamond Art Club tweezers. If I place a drill wrong or whatever, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. You guys remember that? What is that, Hannah Montana? Okay. Another thing that I do is, this is how I work on my kits. I'm just sharing this in case you're like, what is she doing? Why does she have this? So I section off my kit with washi tape, and then I just cut like a section of this plastic because I hate that noise. Oh, I hate that noise. So I cut a whole strip of this plastic off, and then I put down these little guys, which are release papers. This one's taped down right now, so I'm gonna leave it. But these release papers are basically just like the back of a sticker sheet, and I can take that off and work on my next section. So I do like 5x7 sections at a time, and whatever I don't finish, like I keep a little piece of this crinkly paper because these papers are thick and they don't lay on top of drills you've already placed well. So I just keep a piece. I don't know. It's silly. I've reused that piece like a million times. I should probably get a new one. Anyway, I'm going to be color blocking a bunch of black here. Just like a hair. It's one of my hairs too. Can't even blame the cats on that one. This is your reminder, if you haven't hydrated today, to hydrate. I'm going to take a drink real quick. Hi, hello. It's future me. There's some things I forgot to tell you. I listened to the playback of the audio while I was continuing working like I promised I was working. Look, see, I got some yellows and stuff in here. So future me is here to tell you a couple things that I forgot to tell you in this WIP and chat. Number one, I was working on this kit. I told you that, but I didn't tell you where it's from. It's from Diamond Art Club. So there's that. Now, I told you that I love this pen, but I didn't tell you where it was from. So this is from Drill Pen Frenzy. There's a whole Etsy shop that I will link in the description. And I just, yeah, I really do love this pen, but I never used it because I didn't need the 4-placer. I needed the bigger one. So there's that. Then I said I was working on this kit for an event. So I figured I would like share with you what events are, I guess. Because they're like, what's an event? I don't know. Some people, they know what they are and other people don't. But an event is basically, usually there's a Facebook group attached to it. This one is called the Harry Potter DP Along. It's hosted by Bella Art de Nicole, same one that did these little trays. And then Diamond Art Club, so they're sponsoring it and giving away kits throughout. So like all you have to do to be eligible for it is to work on a Diamond Art Club Harry Potter canvas, and to be eligible for the grand prize at the end, you have to finish the canvas. So you like submit an entry form with your blank canvas and then an exit form with your finished canvas, and maybe you'll win something, but probably not. And this particular event has like a ton of people participating, so odds are slim, and I never win anything. So yeah, I mean, I'm just doing it for the fun and for the community of it. Like I've really enjoyed like seeing everybody's progress and seeing the different kits that people chose. So yes, that's what I'm working on this for. Then the other thing I realized that I did not mention is like my parents. And hi mom, if you're watching, because I shared with my mom that I started YouTube, and she's supporting me and watching all my videos. So thanks, mom. But I didn't talk about them in this video at all. So I figured I'd just share really quickly. My mom and dad live in Florida, and we go visit them sometimes, and we have a free place to stay that's close to the beach. So love you for that, mom. And then David's parents live in Champaign, Illinois, which is pretty close to here. It's a couple hours away. So sometimes we'll go see them, or they'll come see us, and we'll go to, you know, Cubs games or whatever it is that we end up doing. So yeah, I just wanted to share those things because I forgot. I'll find some fun place to insert them. Okay, bye. I hope you enjoyed that. Anyway, so I was going to tell you guys a little bit about myself. I told you where my kit was from. I was like, what else do I need to tell you? Anything else? Oh, I guess I can tell you why I named my YouTube channel what I named it. So obviously I'm Mary. So let me actually like shut up for 2 seconds and get my, let me get my crap together. I'll actually start placing drills. It is supposed to be a work in progress, and I ain't progressing, am I? I will do the best I can to not lean into this camera, because I tend to do like this number. Hello, here's my head. So I'm gonna try not to do that. But if I do it, just ignore it. I'm sorry. You're probably not even watching this screen anyway. I wouldn't be if I were watching a WIP and chat. A lot of times I'm watching my own WIP and I'm just listening to WIP and chats. But where was I going with that? I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. I feel like I had something else I was saying. So this is a thing that I do often, is I derail my own conversations, which is like, how do you even do that? You're talking to yourself, Meredith. Oh, why I named my YouTube channel what I named it. Yeah, because my name's Meredith. So like I said, you can call me Mary. I named my YouTube channel Mary Making Crafts because Mary Making is like, it's like a word for like when you're jovial and you're with friends and you're just like hanging out, like you're merry making. So I liked that. Like, I don't know, double entendre. Y'all, these drills, they're so tight, like they're so perfectly tight that like if I place it ever so slightly off kilter, it's like, nope, bye. Oh yeah, this is a square drill, by the way. So like all the drills just line up right next to each other, and like there's no gapping, but that means there's also no room for like error, which I'm not, I never said I was a great diamond painter. I know a lot about it, but I'm not amazing at it. I'm not fast, that's for darn sure. But yeah, so merrymaking is what you kind of do when you're with your friends, you're hanging out, and you're having a good time, and you're, you know, merrymaking. And then crafts, because, y'all, I'm into a lot of crafts. So I really like to diamond paint. That's my thing right now. But I have lots of crafts, you guys. So like I told you, or hobbies, I guess I should say. I really like to do makeup, which I think is an art in and of itself. I never claimed to be amazing at that either, but I love doing it. So I love to do makeup, and then, anyway, I got like one drill that's like, hi, hello, I've come to see you, let's be friends. Where was I? Oh, so crafts, what do I like to do? So I actually came over to diamond painting because I used to cross stitch a lot, and I still do. I mean, I just finished a project. I have finished one whole cross stitch project this year, maybe two. I think it's just one. Anyway, and I think that was exactly it, that like cross stitch was taking so long to get to a finish that I was kind of getting discouraged by it, and I really just wanted to try something new. And I did my very first diamond painting kit in, oh, my light turned off. I think the battery on the light died, but you can still see just fine. So I did my very first diamond painting kit in March of 2020. So you guessed it, when the world was ending, I said, okay, I'm gonna pick up a new craft if I gotta stick at home all day. And that's what I did. So I got my very first diamond painting kit, and I fell in love, and I loved it. And I bought it off Amazon. More about that later. Regrets. So the diamond painting kit was actually a pretty good, it was good quality, but we all know the whole thing about licensed artwork. So if you're not familiar, some diamond painting companies, most diamond painting companies, are in it for the diamond painting and not for the artists. So what you want to do is find a company that has legally licensed artwork, meaning that it's copyrighted, the artist has given their permission to use that artwork, and then they get compensated for that artwork. Diamond Art Club is a great example of good quality and, you know, supporting artists. There's a ton of companies out there. I plan on doing a video about all the different companies that you can purchase legally licensed artwork from. But 99% of the time, Amazon does not have legally licensed artwork. So that being said, I felt really bad when I found out about that. And then I only started buying Diamond Art Club paintings. So, well, not just Diamond Art Club, but legally licensed paintings. So, but mostly Diamond Art Club. And yeah, so I did my first painting then, and then I bought a couple more, and I started a couple more. But then I like went through a bunch of life changes, which we'll get into. But I went through a really crazy year of 2021, and I don't think I picked up a diamond painting pen the entire year. And then here in 2022, I actually just got married in February. So I have a husband, and his name is David. And in 2022, like after our wedding finally was over, I was like, I'm done planning this wedding. I want to get back. I want to get back to some of my hobbies and like, you know, enjoy life again, because it was a stressful year. Yeah, so I was like, I want to enjoy my hobbies again and live my life. So I got back into diamond painting, and then I don't even know how I found this event, but I found like a Star Wars and Space Diamonds event. I think because I was watching, like, I found WIP and chats on YouTube, And I found out about the event through YouTube. And then I went over to Facebook and joined the group to do the Star Wars and Space Diamonds event. And that was the solar system canvas that I've kind of talked about. And I finished that one here at the end of May. Started on May 1st and finished it on the 27th. And that was my first like big finish. These drills, like, I love that they're so tight and close together and there's no gapping, but like I said, there's like no room for any error. It has to be like just right. Yeah, so I was like, I just got really, I just fell in love with the craft again. And I was like, let me, you know, I don't know. I wanted to share my love of it with people and talk about it. And hopefully like at some point I would love to like create some videos that teach people about diamond painting. So, you know, just the ins and outs and what to expect with your first kit and how to pick a kit and just all that good stuff. So I want to create a series where I'm able to share that with people, because I think learning is fun. And I love to, I get so excited when people want to explore a new craft, you know? So I want to share that because it's a blast. And I think this helps a lot with, you know, anxiety. Like I can just kind of sit here and think or zone out, like whatever I want to do. And that was another thing too, like cross stitch was very manual and I had to really focus on the stitching itself. And this is a little more mindless is what I like to call it. Like if I were cross stitching, I wouldn't be able to sit here and talk to you unless I was doing like filling in a huge section, kind of like I'm doing now. But I wouldn't be able to do that because there's so much counting involved. But here I'm able to talk to you because this is a visual craft, right? Yeah, so other crafting that I do, I can sew. I have always wanted to make a quilt, but I haven't gotten there yet. Not there yet. I was into jewelry making for a little while, so I like beaded jewelry, not the clay stuff. I wish I could do that, but and I'm like, is there any other crafts that I make a lot of stuff. Like I can usually just kind of see something and be like, oh, I want to make that. I'll just make it. It's like that TikTok. It's like, why would I spend that money on it when I can make it myself for $95 in craft supplies? Anyway, so yeah, Mary making crafts. That's where we're at. Are we still on this? Y'all, I can talk all day. You're gonna see a lot of whipping chats from me because I will literally talk your ear off. I think it's just nice to like have the company, right? Like I feel like I'm crafting with friends. I like it. But what else? So I want you to be able to get to know me. So what should I tell you? Oh, I told you a little bit. So I have a husband. His name is David. We just got married in February of this year. So this is 2022. And I have 2 cats. Well, I say they were mine, but now I guess they're also David's. I have 2 cats, Pumpkin and Spice. So I have had Pumpkin since 2009. He is my little old grumpy man. I love him. He's very eccentric. He's very funny. And then we have Spice. So Spice is only 3 years old. So speaking of Pumpkin, it's like he knows. He's adjusting himself on his little bed down there, which is quite literally a paper bag. But yeah, so Pumpkin is, 13 years old and Spice is 3. So Spice was a rescue that one of my friends rescued from like in an apartment complex. This is a long story. I don't want to tell that story right now because it's kind of sad. But he's with us now and he's safe. But yeah, so for some reason, I like saw him on Facebook and I was like, give me that cat. He's mine. Just give him to me. Like, I don't even have to ask any more questions. That is my cat. So he came to live with me and the rest is history. But, at the time, David and I were dating and I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, I was living in a really tiny apartment at the time and like kind of just getting by, you know. And David was like, I don't know, like, you really want 2 cats in this 400 square foot apartment? And I was like, yes, I love him. And it was the best decision I ever made because he's great. Just super sweet. He like cuddles all the time. And yeah. So about me. I'll start when I was young. No, so when I grew up in upstate New York originally, so a lot of my extended family still lives up there. At 10 years old, I moved to upstate South Carolina, like kind of a rural area. I lived kind of just outside of Clemson, if you've ever heard of the Clemson University Tigers. I was very close to Clemson University. And then, so I grew up there, and then I went to college in South Carolina, in Rock Hill, South Carolina. And I graduated from there with a math degree, and I taught high school math for 2 years. And then I said, that's enough of this. While I loved my kids, I didn't love administration and I just didn't love teaching. I didn't like all the hoops they made you jump through to get kids to pass standardized tests who didn't know where their next milk was coming from, you know? And I was like, I can't do this. So I quit teaching. I kind of quit teaching. So that was around the same time I moved to Chicago. And I will tell that story another day. But my move to Chicago was a pivotal moment in my life. But like I said, we'll talk about that another day. But yeah, when I moved to Chicago, it's funny because I was just like, I'm home now. Like, this is home. It just felt right. And there was really nothing connecting me here. But yeah, so I live in Chicago and it's a nice big city with lots to do, and I don't know, I just love it here. I like that we get all 4 seasons. I love everything about it. Not everything. Excuse me. There's definitely things that I don't love. Traffic, you know. When it gets real cold in winter and it's like nothing but snow. But here's another thing you'll see me using. Excuse me. Is this little blue tack. So I keep this off to the side, and whenever I have some residue on my drills, I just kind of use it real quick and it picks up any of the residue or cat hair or, you know, whatever else ends up on my drills. Dirt, dust, hair, fibers. Life happens, you know. Anyway. Yeah. So I live in Chicago. So when I moved here, I decided I didn't want to teach anymore, but I didn't really have options. And I didn't have a teaching certificate that was good for the state of Illinois. So I had to, my only experience was with schools. So I ended up working at a school, and I really loved this experience. It was very nice. I ended up working at a school. It was a private school, so I didn't need the teaching certification. But they actually needed somebody to fill a role of like a math tutor and then also a coach for their high school robotics team. So the fun fact there is when I was in high school, I was on my high school's robotics team. So I knew all about it. It was the same robotics program, and I loved this program. It's the thing that, you know, gave me the confidence to decide that I wanted to, you know, pursue a degree in math. Like, if I hadn't been in this program, I don't think I would have said, like, I can do that, you know? But yeah, so it shaped me, right? So I did that for a couple of years, but I knew that was not my calling. So I kind of took what I knew, like part of what I was doing for that team was purchasing goods and materials. And that was kind of like one of my favorite things. And I was like, well, can I just like have a job where I buy stuff? And fact is, you can have a job where you buy stuff. It's called procurement, and it's part of supply chain. And that is what I kind of just set my sights to. So I started working in supply chain after that job. I had an entry-level job at a at a logistics company. And Lord, did I hate that job. And I was like, because it wasn't what I wanted to do. Like, it wasn't the sourcing and procurement I wanted to do. I was just like scheduling transportation with trucks. And I was just, oh my gosh, I was miserable. So I did that for like a year. And that's when I finally got the job that I really liked. So I worked for that company for 5 years. But then in 2021, things just kind of went south, and they weren't really treating me the way I wanted to be treated. So I said sayonara, and I got another job. So like I started a new job in 2021, but I am still doing similar stuff. So I work in supply chain and for a food manufacturer. So I really like it. I enjoy it, but it can be stressful sometimes, especially like we've all heard, supply chains around the world are breaking right now. The supply chain is broken, and it's a mess, and with inflation and everything, like it's been a lot of work. But I do like my job, but we are going to start going back into the office 2 days a week starting June 8th. And what's today? Today is June 3rd. So yeah, I'm not pleased. Nothing in my closet fits me right now. Like literally nothing. And so I was like, cool. I gotta go shopping. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm gonna go shopping and get some new clothes. So I have nothing to wear into the office. Pretty embarrassing. It's really bad. But we're going, it's gonna be like a hybrid work from home 3 days a week and go into the office for 2. So it's not too bad, I guess. But on the days where I'm here, it's really nice because I can take an hour in the middle of my day, and I can take half an hour to eat and the other half to diamond paint. Or if I'm like in a meeting at work and I'm just listening and I don't have to participate, my camera is off and I can diamond paint. And it's really nice, like especially because I'm right here in the room with it. Like I know not everybody is lucky enough to have that situation, but I'm very lucky that I have a space that I can do that in. So I'm a little bummed about going back into the office. But we're gonna make it work. I'm not happy about sitting in traffic. That's what I don't want to do. But I do think it will be good for me to get like some order and a semblance back into my life. Like, it'll force me to be a human again, because I'm a troll right now. Like I'm a bridge troll, and I will literally wake up and roll out of bed and then go immediately to my workstation and stay there all day and like not shower and be there in my pajamas. Like I'm a troll. Like it's a good thing that we don't have to have our cameras on at work, because troll person. Like I can't. It's bad. It's very bad. Yeah, so this going back into the office is going to force me a couple days a week to, get up and wear real people clothes. And, I think that's part of the reason why I was like, I didn't notice I was gaining so much weight, because I'm wearing nothing but pajamas and leggings all day, every day, which is like the dream, right? Except not when I didn't realize how much weight I was gaining. So that is actually going to be a goal of mine here in the next month or so, to just really scale back and do better. I have one of these little pusher things and I need to use it. I'm so, y'all, I'm really anal. Like it's bad. My OCD comes out with these this one's hard to straighten. Like I said, there is no gapping. Like these drills are completely 100% together. It's wild. Anyway, sorry, I just had like a weird hiccup burp thing. I don't know what that was. Where was I? So work, yes. I was saying I think it'll be good for me to get like some routine back in my life. Because it'll just help with everything, right? Like it's gonna help me get back into a schedule and hopefully eating a little better. And we have a lot to take care of over here. Oh goodness, what am I doing? Yeah, so that's work. Like work is like everything I am now. It's all I do. Sometimes I get so like engrossed in it, like I won't even realize what time it is. And I'm like, oh, I haven't had anything to drink in 4 hours. Like, what's going on? Anyway, so life changes. I will share that with you. So my life changes in the last year. It was wild. I'm like imposter syndrome much. Like, I don't even know who I am anymore. So in February of 2021 is when David proposed. So then we kind of, we were talking about planning our wedding and getting my wedding dress and all that good stuff. So my parents came up and so like things just got really busy because it's like, okay, wedding planning time. Well, then around the same time, I was really miserable with my old job. So I was like, okay, well, I'm planning a wedding, but I'm also going to look for a new job. That was brilliant on my behalf. So I started looking for a new job, and I started working at this new job in May. Like, again, my parents came up, and then right after I started this new job, we had actually had a trip planned to Key West because that is where we got married, actually. So we went down to Key West to just meet our wedding planner and meet some of the vendors. And so the whole time we were there, I feel like we were just running everywhere. We did a cake tasting. We met the vendors. We saw the venue. We saw a bunch of venues. And it was just this marathon wedding planning weekend. But then I was like, oh, okay, we have all our vendors booked. Everything's fine. And it's no, that's just the beginning. And so I used to, let me just tell you, I really did, before I met David, I thought I was going to be a crazy cat lady. I was like, that's going to be my life. It's fine. I've accepted it. This is life. And then 2 weeks before my 30th birthday, I met David. And the rest is history. So we, so it was just this, oh, that's what I was saying. So, God, like I said, I derail my own self 99% of the time. So he, so before I met him, I was like, I'm going to be a crazy cat lady. Well, whenever people were planning their wedding and they were complaining or whining about it, I would get so mad because I was just they don't appreciate what they have. And then I planned a wedding and then I was like, oh, I get it now. My bad. It was just a lot. It was a lot. And, I don't wish it upon anyone. But that sounds terrible. I don't wish getting married on anyone. No, just the planning the wedding part. But I will say our wedding was lovely. We had a wonderful time. It was great. So I'm happy it's over, but a little part of me is sad it's over because it was fun, But we have lots more fun to be had. Maybe babies someday. I don't know. We're waiting it out because we're going on our honeymoon actually in October. We are flying into Paris, which y'all, I've been to Canada twice. I've been to Vancouver once and Montreal once. And other than that, I've never been outside the US. Never been to Mexico and never been to Europe. So we're going to Paris for a few days And then we are going to fly to Venice, Italy. And then we are flying to, not flying, we're taking a bullet train to Rome. So Paris, Venice, Rome. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited. We have a lot of planning to do for it, and we have not really even begun. Like, all we've done is purchased our flights. Like, that is it. But it's going to be lovely. Like, we wanted to go in October because the weather is great, you know. Anyway, so life changes in 2021. So I started my new job, then summer hit, and, you know, things were okay. They were a little calm, just wedding planning craziness. And then in August was when they kind of like, they started lifting all the mask mandates, and everybody came out of their little sheltered holes. And I went to an outdoor concert and I didn't wear a mask, and I caught freaking COVID. So I had the Delta, and it was rough, you guys. I was vaccinated, I was boosted, still caught the COVID. So I couldn't taste anything. I was like, I had a fever for a couple days, and I was just, my main symptom was like pure exhaustion. Like, I was exhausted. Like, I would, even like 2 weeks in, I would, sorry, that's Pumpkin on his darn plastic bag. He scares me every time he does that. Not plastic, paper. But, anyway, so, yeah, like, even after like 2 weeks in, I would like get up to go, like, I would just like do a load of laundry or something, like something really mundane and basic. And I was exhausted. And I was like, this is for the birds. This sucks. But I did make a full recovery and all was well. But the weekend that I caught COVID was actually the first weekend we were supposed to start looking at houses with a realtor. Like, we had an appointment set up and everything. And then I was like, I don't think we should go to this. I have a fever. Like, and I was not well. So I kind of just knew. I was like, it's COVID. And I tested positive for COVID. So yeah. So that happened. So kind of derailed us for a little bit. But we did start looking at houses, and we bought a house. So I was like, cool, 2021. Like, I mean, I like brought it all upon myself, right? It's like, let's plan a wedding. Let's find a new job. Let's buy a house. I'm like, who is this? What is this life? Yeah, so we moved into the house that we're in right now, and it's beautiful and it's lovely. I love it. We really love it. We're very happy here. I'm like, we're never moving ever again. I have way too much crap. And that's another thing that I really should be doing this summer is going through old things and getting rid of stuff. You guys, it's a lot. Anywho, so when we moved in here in October, and then we had like my bachelorette, and like then it was like just one thing after another. We had my bachelorette, we had a wedding shower, and then it was December and the holidays, and then it was wedding crunch time for like the first 60 days of the year, because we got married at the end of February. So it was like 2 months straight of just wedding crunch time. It was rough. Yeah, so that is why I didn't do any diamond painting in 2021. Now you have the whole year's story. Ridiculous. But yeah, and even 2022 has just been like kind of one thing after the next. But you know, we got married in February, and then we had a little time off, and then in April, so I have one brother. He is 7 years older than me. Like, do we see? Pause. We'll go back to that story. Do you see how close these drills are? Like, I'm gonna have to like just snap in. Like, I hope they don't pop. I'm like worried. I don't know. Everybody's like, these new drills are amazing, but I'm like, they're stressing me out because they're so close. See that? You can hear it. It's like popping in. I just hope they don't pop out. I'm nervous. And like my lines are traveling. We're a mess over here. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, you can kind of see him getting a little wonky. But, oh, that's what I was saying. Okay, so I have a brother, and he still lives in South Carolina, like pretty close to where we grew up there. And so throughout all of my many moves after college and during college and after college again, like I just kept putting things in my brother's attic because it was a free place to store things. And now, like 10 years later, my brother's like, hey, come get your crap out of my attic. I mean, like, y'all, there was so much stuff in there. I had my old high school yearbooks, my prom dresses, like my Letterman's jacket. And I'm a hoarder. Like, I'm not a hoarder. I'm like, maybe like borderline hoarder. No, I just keep everything. I don't know. I'm very sentimental, so I have a hard time like getting rid of stuff. And I know I need to get rid of things. Like, I know that that's a thing that I need to prioritize at this point in my life. But I'm bad about getting rid of things. So it was a lot of stuff, y'all. So I went down for my brother's, it was his 40th birthday, and then I just aged myself. Now you know how old I am. If you can't subtract 40 and 7, it's 33. Okay, so you're welcome. No, so my brother we celebrated his birthday, and then we went down just to get all of my things. And was that a process, y'all? Like, I had a lot of stuff. And so we brought it all back here. And, well, instead of, like, driving a U-Haul back, we, like, packed it all up in one, it's called a U-Box. It was a pretty good experience. Well, they, like, messed up some of the, they messed up a few things. Like, they were confused about the days they were supposed to pick it up and stuff, but it wasn't the end of the world. Like, they fixed it right away. So that went pretty well. Like, if you're not familiar with the U-Box situation, it's actually a really great way to move things if you have a weird situation. But I, like, packed all the stuff up. You buy your own locks and you lock it up so nobody can get into it. And then they transport it across the country, like, in a truck. And then they deliver it to your house. So that was really cool because we didn't have to drive a truck all the way back. So it was a really nice situation to not have to drive a huge moving van of things across the country from South Carolina to Chicago. So, yeah, but we did that in April. And then I'm like, what other big things happened? I don't know. I feel like it's just one thing after the next. I just moved my whole diamond painting. Whoops. You can still see it. I'm almost done with all this color blocking, but I guess I'm not like the slowest diamond painter ever, but I ain't fast by any means. I'm also, like I said, very finicky, and so I'm like burping like crazy. I'm sorry. It's gross. I don't know if you can hear it, but what was I gonna say? I'm not super quick, and it's because I'm weird about, I need to like let it go. It's bad. I'm like, let it go, Meredith. It's not gonna be perfect. Like, it's not gonna be perfect. It's just not. Squares are hard for me. That's one thing. I feel like squares just go so much slower for me because I'm constantly fixing them. I need to quit. I need to calm myself. I'm getting real tired of this black though. I'm like ready. I don't know about you. That's another thing too. You'll see. I always like put my paintings in whatever orientation allows me to do vertical multiplacing because I'm like really bad at horizontal multiplacing. I don't know why. It's like my brain doesn't work that way or something. I don't know. But I have to do it here because otherwise I have to pick up less, and I don't want to. I want to pick up more. But see how bad this was? That was terrible. Anyway. I'm like, I actually wrote down stuff. I'm like, oh, shoot. Like, I want to make sure I tell them this. I told you everything? No way. Nuts. Well, here's what I will say then. How about you guys tell me about yourselves? I want to know who's here. I want to know more people in the community. I'm trying to, we'll hop onto lives and try to talk, but I want to make friends. No, I do want to make friends, but tell me about you. Like, tell me, how you found the channel and what brought you here and what else. Don't tell me what a terrible diamond painter I am. I'm so slow. I'm determined to get all this black done before I get off this WIP and chat. It's gonna happen. But, oh yeah, here's a good idea. If you're here and you made it this far listening to me ramble, leave a cat emoji because I'm a cat lady. We love our cats. They are the best. It could be any cat emoji. Surprise me. You see what I just did? I just sabotaged myself. Because I started vertical multiplacing again. I can't do the horizontal thing. I don't know how you guys do it. It's not the life I live. I'm like, what else? I'm trying to think of things to tell you guys. Or for you to tell me, how about I want to know, what, if you're currently a diamond painter, what is your favorite, accessory? Where you're just like, if I didn't have this one thing when I'm diamond painting, I would die. I would just die if I didn't have this. And I think mine is release papers, honestly. I hate that plastic cover. I really do. And it sucks because I want to see my painting while I'm working on it, which is why I cut it off in sections, because it's I don't want to look at what's going to come together and how much I have of it. So that's why I only release paper a portion of it at a time. So I'm I want to see what I'm doing. I want to see the whole canvas because it's pretty. I really do. That's part of the reason I just love diamond painting. It's so pretty. When I first started diamond painting, I was very particular about the ones that I was purchasing. Because I was I only want to buy diamond paintings that I'm going to use to decorate my house with. So I ended up with nothing but huge paintings of landscapes, which I still love. I will be doing some landscapes eventually. That's something to note about me. I have the tastes of... I am a 60-year-old woman trapped in a 33-year-old woman's body. I love, I just like pretty landscapes. Don't kill me. But what ended up happening is, Diamond Art Club happened. But I saw, the solar system kit that I bought, I happened to see it, and I was just that one just looks so fun to do. It's so cute. I don't want to decorate with it, but it's so fun. I just feel I want to do that. So I bought it before I even knew about the Star Wars and Space Diamonds event. And then I was oh, that's the perfect excuse to do it, So that's why I bought it and did it. But now I'm like really hooked on paintings that like, even if I wouldn't decorate with it, I'm just like, I want to do that. It looks fun and it's pretty or it's cute. So I don't know. I have a combination of both. Like I have some Halloween paintings I want to do, or painting. I only have one right now, and then I think I have 2 Christmas ones, but I'm like tempted to do a Christmas in July thing, but Lord knows I ain't gonna get to that because I clearly have not gotten very far on this canvas and we're already 3 days into the month. But anywho, I think I'm gonna stop here because I finally finished all of that color blocking. But yeah, tell me how you are. Tell me how you found the channel. Tell me about you. Tell me what brought you here. And thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed being here with me, maybe like this video for me and subscribe so I can like share more. I will be sharing lots. But yeah, be on the lookout if you are not a diamond painter and you want to be. Maybe don't start with this video. No, I should have probably said that at the beginning. But yeah, I want to, do a few like just basic beginner tutorials so people can learn about the craft and pick up a new hobby and feel confident in it. So I'll share all of my tips and tricks and what has worked for me, what hasn't worked for me. I'll share all of those things. Anyway, thanks so much for joining, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week, and or I should say weekend if you're watching it this weekend, because I'll be putting this video up as soon as I can. So yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.